up in game number 3.
Yeah. Well, Gooby 1 game away from moving on to the semifinals today. If he does win, he would face the winner of UNC Tennis 23 and Quiet.
Gooby needs to clean up the room a little bit.
Maybe a bit.
He still has a packaging from Christmas, some water bottles to refuel.
An Elmo pillow.
And that's not a pillow, that's on the bag. He's also got a lot of books. I guess it's for his studies. And, well, I guess the curtains do match the drapes.
Literally.
He might have just been moving.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Might be moving to the forest. Might not even need a house anymore.
Yeah, so it looks like Gooby needed a break. I mean, I guess everyone is just kind of exhausted. Hope you guys have been enjoying the show, though. This is our last open finals for anybody just tuning in, kind of figuring out what's going on. We've been having 8 weeks of open cups. Gooby's is the 3rd time qualifying for it, the most out of anyone by far.
Yeah.
We've had a couple people qualify twice, but a very select few people have been able to do it multiple times, and Gooby's one of them. I'm kind of pulling for him on this one.
Yeah, definitely. He definitely deserves his shot. Making it through that open bracket is not easy. You have to win, I believe this past week it was 9 best of 3s.
It was the largest bracket yet. We had 700 players.
Yeah, 9 blind pick best of 3s in a row. You can't lose. It's single elimination, which is really, really tough. Raynad actually streamed it, and you can tell just how close he came to losing so many times. One mistake in the entire thing, and you're done.
Well, 2 technically, but
well,
yes.
I'm saying usually it comes down to one mistake.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, and there's actually some fun facts that I actually forgot.
Okay.
I was going to write them down on my card, but there was a lot of
Hit me.
interesting stories in this past week.
Hit me. You're supposed to do your job as a caster. So.
Last week, Lonely Link lost to Flybird,
the guy who went to the Open.
the guy who went to the Open.
Okay.
So if he had not been matched up against Flybird, could have been a possibility for him to make it last week.
Okay.
GOOBYSENCHOU, Santa, Phrase, and Fishy were all on the top 100 legend in December.
Nice.
I
Really
think.
good stuff. I've seen Gooby's name a few times.
Yeah, Gooby was in the top 20. Santa, I think, was in the top 50. So both these guys were in the top 100 for December.
Cool,
I think that's it for my fun facts.
Well, they definitely were facts.
The fun part, arguable.
They are definitely facts. Gooby is playing Freeze Mage, it looks like, and Santa has a Mech Mage. So we're going to definitely see a quick-paced game of some sort. It's going to come down to whether or not this Mech Mage can stabilize and not take too much damage. Wholly expect him a coin hero power here.
As interesting and unique as Fatigue Mage versus Fatigue Mage would be,
we don't have it. Okay.
I'm kind of happy.
Coin Loot Hoarder is also appropriate.
Yep.
So you take a little bit of damage, but you draw a card. Drawing cards is the most crucial aspect of this deck early on. I guess he... Oh, that's actually really clever. Okay. So, I was anticipating for him to use Hero Power, but then that would mean he would use up his turn to play a Snow Chugger, so that's what Gooby wanted originally. Very clever from Gooby. I like it. It's just like another cut above, you know?
Yeah.
Like, just like being able to think... If you've played the deck so much that you're able to think a step ahead intuitively. And a lot of people just don't understand, like, why don't you want to kill that? You don't want to avoid damage, right?
What to do? What to do?
Does he think he can get away playing Doomsayer here?
I think so.
What is the likelihood that his opponent got a reversing switch off of a spare part?
What is it, 1 in 5?
And how else can you kill off a Doomsayer for 3 mana? Can you get 5 damage off 3 mana?
Well,
Frostbolt
Frostbolt
Ice
Ice Lance, yeah. Or Bloodmage Stalnos and Snow Chugger Ice Lance.
Something worth evaluating for sure.
Yeah. But I don't think this Mech Mage runs Blood Mage.
Sure. I highly doubt it as well.
Or Ice Lance even.
Well, now it's an opportunity for you to draw even more cards. Alexstrasza, pretty important if you need to grab that early life, but I
Yikes.
think he's looking for Mad Scientist more than anything.
Blast Mage, a little bit of a liability here.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to Blast Mitch at all.
Oh, man.
You might consider Frostbolting this, so that way it doesn't draw more than one card, and then you play your Mech Warper.
You know it's Freeze Mage at this point, so there's not really many other targets that Frostbolt's going to be good for. I mean, you could stall out later on or use it for a little bit of extra reach.
Right.
But deny one card and...
Dang,
Whoa.
power plays. Goblin Blast Mage.
This puts a lot of initiative on board, though, which is in a matchup that's sort of like a race.
Sure, fair enough.
You got to get the deeps out there.
Absolutely true. Very important draw. Gooby picks up the Mad Scientist. That's ready to clutch. Ice Lance. This is clever. I like it. It's freezing. I mean, if he couldn't kill it before, or if he was worried about it dying before, then I guess he was concerned about some things. But now it's like he needs Fireball in order to kill off that Doomsayer.
Yeah. Well, that's a pretty good
Really good
halt in
play.
momentum here.
Really strong
man.
play from Gooby right now.
How is Santa going to be able to push through them? It's like,
Almost too late.
yeah, it
Because
seems like it.
Mad Scientist has taken initiative on the board, so he can answer almost anything. The only way you can really hope to win from here is if Freeze Mage just keeps pulling its stall and not enough damage to clear the board, or if it just whiffs on everything else, like it's pulling its secrets. Like if you just keep drawing secrets, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah. It seems like with faster decks, if you're playing Freeze Mage, if you get one successful Doomsayer, the game isn't necessarily in the bag, but you're in a really great spot if that's the case. And I think out of all the faster decks, and this is a slower, faster deck, Mage might have the toughest time to deal with the Doomsayer outside of just a Fireball.
Sure, makes sense. Well, he had the Frostbolt, the Acolyte, and that's not ideal at all. Gooby in a pretty dominant position. He was thinking about whether or not he should trade in his Mad Scientist to avoid the chances of drawing a secret through Arcane Intellect. But
Yeah.
he's in such a comfortable spot because now he's going to be starting hitting the turns where AoE is going to be threatening.
And he's also, if he trades into the Mad Scientist here, which is, I guess, unlikely, he knows that he's going to get Ice Block from it.
Right. Dr. Boom almost inevitably didn't come out here, and then that's going to allow Gooby to start stalling, right? Start doing the freezes, the blizzards, flame strikes.
Indeed. And since he already has the Alexstrasza, he only needs to draw into just a little bit more reach.
Right. He needs to draw just into his other damage, like 15 damage effectively. There's no heal in this Mech Mage.
Yeah. And it's tough to deal with, just straight up deal with the Alexstrasza to begin with.
Well, one thing that does need to happen is he needs to draw Ice Block off of the Mad Scientist.
That's true.
So
Very
that
true.
way he can safely Alexstrasza.
Oh, well.
It's a pretty bad draw, actually. Because he would rather get that from the Mad Scientist, because now it's a 50-50. If he might get Ice Barrier again instead of Ice Block off the secret.
Alright, let's see what it is. Ice Block.
Oh, it's Ice Block, so
All
it
right.
ends up being okay. But, you know, there was that chance that it would have been otherwise. Lotheb is actually really important to hold on to right now.
Yeah, it's super problematic. Because you're basically just delaying a turn. And a lot of times, mages are really precise with, or freeze mages are really
Well,
precise with how they win.
I can understand why you want to play it, though. It's like you want to keep the damage of Dr. Boom. I understand completely, but
Whoa.
I guess you're not solving. I mean, if he plays Frost Nova, like, it's the same thing, too. So.
Well, even with the current board that he has, he can't pop Ice Block next turn.
Right, 7, 12. 16, 17, 18,
I think it's 20.
22. 22 damage is pretty darn close. Actually, he can pop it this turn right now. But there's a second ice block. Okay, hold on.
But
So-
popping the first ice block before Alex Strauza comes out is a pretty big deal.
It is.
Because then you're forcing him to a situation where he has to play the second ice block.
Right.
And in fact,
Well, he's going to pop it here. It's going to get stalled out. But the thing is, you can play Blizzard and Ice Block again. So like, you can do both.
Flame Strike and or Flame Strike and Ice Block.
Actually, Santa needs to ping him down to 1 health right here. So 5, 9, 10. So 5, 11. Yeah, just do that. Just ping him down to 1. That fireball was actually such a big draw. So in retrospect, Santa did exactly the right thing by getting that Lotheb draw.
Yeah. And now this is a situation where next turn he's got to use it to stall out. But I think this is a situation where he's going to be Alex Strauza himself.
Right. He can't gain life. So he's gonna have to Ice Block and then Flame Strike. Oh, Ice Block and then Blizzard. And then suppose he just attacks a minion or trades face, but he's gonna Alex Strauza. He's gonna be in a really tough spot. The fact that he couldn't Flame Strike this turn was actually so huge.
Yeah, because now it's one more turn where he's going to have to. Oh, wow.
So he didn't have Ice Barrier. Okay, so is Cogmaster 9, 11, 13, 14. Wait, he didn't play it.
What? Why? I think that would have set
What?
him. That would have set him up for a lethal next turn.
Yeah.
With power. Yeah, that would have been game right
That would
now.
have been 15 damage, right?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Whoops.
Whoops.
I'm sorry.
Wow. That would have been exact lethal this turn.
Oh no. I think. Oh my god.
Yikes.
Oh my god. That's so unfortunate.
I think he's still.
He's still in a really good spot, right?
Whoops.
Is he though? Because if he plays the Cogmaster in this situation, Flame Strike's going to come out next turn.
Oh, you're
His
right.
board's clear. He's got to
And
draw
he's
to the
top
second
decking.
fireball. Yeah.
I think
Yikes.
he's forced to do this.
Yeah. It's going to put him to 3.
And
So-
like a Frostbolt or a Fireball to win.
Mhm. And if he doesn't, then I think he's going to be in a really rough spot.
Yeah.
Because he's going to take 8 damage.
There's hope for Gooby. How much damage does he have? He has 20 damage this turn. So next turn he's got lethal.
Well, he has to Flame Strike.
All right, Flame Strike, attack, and then just ping, I guess.
Doesn't really matter. It's sort of
Do
inconsequential.
you
at that
frost?
point.
What about Ice Lancing the face here? Or actually taunting it's great too in case he has a charger. Why
Better
not?
Better safe. Well, if he has Black Knight.
True. That's also a good point. If he has Black Knight, you shouldn't Rusty Horn.
Yeah.
I'd Ice Lance on the very off chance he plays Blingtron.
The very, very, very off chance that he plays Blingtron.
Wow!
Oh!
Santa has effectively missed lethal
He did.
and costed him the series. That is devastating.
Yeah.
And I don't envy his position at all, and he knows exactly what happened.
Mhm.
And Gooby's gonna go on to the semifinals.
Well, he played really well, but he did get handed that last one. But I mean, up 2-0 in a series, going into the blind pick phase,
Oh, Gooby is ruthless.
he is.
I think whoops is a good way to summarize that last game.
Yep. At least from Santa's perspective. Yikes. Oh well. Well, Gooby, well deserved. Moving on. Did play very well. And, of course, this is his third time making it. If you remember back to 2 weeks ago, GOOBYSENCHOU made it in.
Yep.
And he won his first set 3-0 and then proceeded to lose in the semifinals.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's not the same case because I'd love to see him move on. I think he deserves it at this point, making it back this much. But still got a tough road ahead of him. Next up, we're going to see UNC Tennis 2-3 versus...
Quiet.
Sure.
It's a quiet, but you say quiet.
Oh, quiet.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. Quiet.
I'm just totally BSing, but
Okay.
I think that's what it actually is.
Oh, I talked to him before the break, and
Yeah.
he told me.
Quiet's a dear friend of mine. So.
Okay.
All right. Well, that series was brought to you by our wonderful sponsors over by Cooler Master, Crucial Western Digital, and Newegg. It's been taking a long time, so maybe your computer's in need for an upgrade after that year-long series. Why not go to newegg.com and check out all of our cool stuff at esl.gg/Newegg Esports. Also want to thank Planktronics for also hopping on board with us. They're giving away Hearthstone packs for anybody watching. You can also get access to some of their other cool stuff, like the 2 headsets they're giving away, the Rig headset. You can find out more information during the break when we post it, the promotion going on. We're going to take a few minutes, and when we come back, we're going to have the last quarterfinals before we head into the semifinals to wrap up the day. Stay tuned.